Hi, hello, namaskara. Welcome to Curious Zone 101 and this is Rohit. Before moving on to today's topic, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, share and ring that bell icon so you can get the regular updates from this channel. In today's video, we are diving into a significant political development in India, that is the imposition of president rule in Manipur. Let's explore the reason behind this decision and understand what is president rule and what it entails and its constitutional provisions and its implications for the state. First, let's talk about the reasons for the president rule in the Manipur. The state has been grappling with the political instability and violence since May 2023, marked by the ethnic conflict between the Meiteis and the Kukis community. The Manipur crisis stems from the ethnic conflict between the Meiteis and Kukis communities, triggered by a court order for the scheduled tribe status for the Meiteis. Political instability has worsened with the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh's resignation. The violence and the BJP's failure to find a successor has led to the president rule. This unrest has led to a significant violence, displacement, and the breakdown of law and order in the state. The situation further has deteriorated when Chief Minister N. Biren Singh resigned on February 9, 2025. The BJP, the ruling party in the state, has failed to reach a consensus on a new Chief Minister, leaving the state without effective leadership. In the light of these developments, the central government decided to impose president rule in the Manipur. Now, what exactly is a president rule? President rule, also known as a state emergency or a constitutional emergency, is a provision under Article 356 of Indian Constitution. It allows the central government to take direct control of the state governance when the state government is unable to function according to the constitutional provisions. Now, let's dive deep into the constitutional provisions relating to the president rule. Article 355. This article places an obligation on the Union to protect every state against the external aggression and the internal disturbances. It ensures that the state government functions according to the provisions of the Constitution. Article 356. This is a primary article that deals with the president's rule. It states that if the president, based on the report of the governor or otherwise, is satisfied that the governments of the state cannot be carried out in accordance with the constitution, he or she can declare a president rule. A proclamation of the president rule must be approved by both the houses of the parliament within 2 months. If approved, it can last for 6 months and can be extended for a maximum of 3 years with the parliamentary approval every 6 months. Under this article, the president can assume to himself or herself all or any function of the state government and the powers vested in the exercisable by the governor. Article 357. This article enables the parliament to confer on the president the power of the state legislature to make law. This means that the president, while the president rule is in effect, the legislative power of the state can be exercised by the parliament. Article 365. This article deals with the failure of the state to comply with or give effect to the directions given by the union government. It provides grounds for the imposition of the president rule. Now let us see what are the implications of the president rule. Primarily, it affects the administration control. That is, the president assumes all the executive functions of the state government. The governor administers the state on behalf of the president with the assistance of the state's chief secretary or the presidentially nominated advisors. The state legislative assembly may be suspended or dissolved, and the parliament takes over the legislative functions of the state. And moving on, it also affects the financial control. The president can sanction funds from the state consolidated fund to ensure the smooth functioning of the state administration, and it also impacts the democracy. That is, while the president rule is a constitutional provision, its imposition can be seen as a temporary suspension of the democratic government at the state level. It is intended as a measure of a last resort to restore constitutional order, and there will be also effect on legal and judicial oversight. The imposition of the president rule is subjected to the judicial review. The courts can examine whether the proclamation is based on the valid grounds and can intervene if it's found to be unconstitutional. There will be also political implications. The president rule can alter the political dynamics within the state, affecting the balance of power among the political parties. It can be used as a tool to suppress opposition parties or resolve political deadlocks. President rule, while being a constitutional provisions, has also faced several criticism and limitations over the years. Now let us see some of the points on the same. First, let's concentrate on the criticism, that is the political misuse. One of the most significant criticism is the potential of the political misuse. It has been alleged that the central government can impose president's rule to dismiss the state governments led by the opposition parties. This undermines the federal structure of the democracy, and the democratic principles of the country will be undermined, and the erosion of the state autonomy. The president rule can be seen as an erosion of the state autonomy. It centralizes the power in the hands of the union government, which can lead to a lack of local representation and the understanding of the regional issue. It is also a temporary solution. That is, the critics argue the president rule is often a temporary solution that does not address the underlying issue causing the constitutional breakdown. For example, in Manipur, the imposition of the president rule has not resolved the ethnic conflict and the political instability, and also the judicial scrutiny. The imposition of the president rule is subject to the judicial review. The Supreme Court of India has intervened in several cases, such as the landmark SR Bommai versus Union of India case, to restrict arbitrary impositions. This indicates that the provisions can be misused and required judicial oversight. And the impact on the governance. The imposition of the president rule can disturb ongoing projects and the policies, leading to the administrative inefficiency. The central government's officials may not be familiar with the local context, which can affect the governments. Now let's move on to the limitation side. That is the duration. The president rule can be imposed for a maximum of 6 months, but can be extended with the parliamentary approval every 6 months for up to 3 years. This limitation ensures that it is not a permanent solution. And the parliamentary approvals, the proclamation of the president rule must be approved by both the houses of the parliament within the 2 months. This requires an act as a checks on the central government powers, and also the judicial review. The judicial review can review the impositions on the president rule to ensure that it is not used arbitrarily. These provide a legal safeguard against the misuse. And the public sentiment. The imposition of the president rule can lead to a public discontent and protest, especially if it's persist as an undemocratic move. This can create social unrest and divisions within the community. It can also impact economically. Political instability and the central intervenes can affect investors' confidence, leading to the reduction of investments and economic growth in the state. In summary, while president rule is a constitutional mechanism to address the governance failure at the state level, it has several criticisms and limitations. It is essential to use these provisions judiciously and ensure that it is not misused for the political gains. Hope you guys liked it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.